UEFA Champions League. The UEFA Champions League, UCL, is an annual club association football competition organized by the Union of European Football Associations, UEFA, and contested by top-division European clubs. It is the most-watched club competition in the world and the third most-watched football competition overall, behind only the UEFA European Championship and the FIFA World Cup. The competition was initially a straight knockout tournament open only to the champions of Europe's domestic leagues. It took on its current name in 1992, adding a round-robin group stage in 1991 and allowing multiple entrants from certain countries since the 1997-98 season. The Champions League begins in early July with 3 qualifying rounds and a playoff round, all played over 2 legs. The 7 surviving teams enter the league stage, joining 29 teams qualified in advance. The 36 teams each play 8 opponents, 4 home and 4 away. The 24 highest-ranked teams proceed to the knockout phase that culminates with the final match in late May or early June. The winner of the Champions League automatically qualifies for the following year's Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup. Spain clubs have the most victories, 20 wins, followed by England, 15 wins, and Italy, 12 wins. England has the most winning teams, with 6 clubs having won the title. Real Madrid is the most successful club in the tournament's history, having won it 15 times and 5 times in a row. History. The European Champions Cup was first introduced in 1955 as the European Champion Clubs Cup, inspired by the South American Championship of Champions of 1948. The first European Cup took place during the 1955-56 season, with 16 teams participating. The first match took place on September 4, 1955, and the first goal in European Cup history was scored by João Baptista Martins of Sporting CP. Real Madrid defended the trophy for the 3rd consecutive season, but their reign ended in the 1960-61 season when Barcelona defeated them in the first round. The 1967-68 season saw Manchester United become the first English team to win the European Cup, beating 2-time winners Benfica 4-1 in the final. In the 1968-69 season, Ajax became the first Dutch team to reach the European Cup final, but were beaten 4-1 by Milan. The 1969-70 season saw Feyenoord knock out the defending champions, Milan, before beating Celtic in the final. In the 1970-71 season, Ajax won the title, beating Greek side Panathinaikos in the final. The season saw changes such as penalty shootouts and the away goals rule being used in all rounds except the final. Ajax went on to win the competition 3 years in a row, 1971-1973, which Bayern Munich emulated from 1974 to 1976. The following seasons saw victories in 1978-79 and 1979-80 for Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest, Liverpool winning their first 2 titles in 1977 and 1978, and Aston Villa continuing the sense of English dominance in 1982. However, English dominance was broken in 1982-83 by Hamburger SV. Liverpool regained it in 1983-84, and later by Steaua Bucharest, Porto, PSV Eindhoven, Milan, 2 times, Red Star Belgrade, and Barcelona. All English clubs were banned for 5 years following the 1985 European Cup final due to the Heysel Stadium disaster. Anthem. The UEFA Champions League anthem, written by Tony Britton, is an adaptation of George Frederick Handel's 1727 anthem Zadok the Priest. Commissioned by UEFA in 1992, the piece was performed by London's Royal Philharmonic Orchestra and sung by the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields. The anthem is now almost as iconic as the trophy and is known to set the hearts of many world's top footballers aflutter. The chorus contains the 3 official languages used by UEFA: English, German, and French. The climactic moment is set to the exclamations Die Meister, Die Besten,
Les grandes équipes,
the champions. The anthem's chorus is played before each UEFA Champions League game as the 2 teams are lined up, as well as at the beginning and end of television broadcasts of the matches. The complete anthem is about 3 minutes long, with 2 short verses and the chorus. Special vocal versions have been performed live at the Champions League finals with lyrics in other languages, changing over to the host nation's language for the chorus. The anthem has been released commercially in its original version on iTunes and Spotify under the title of Champions League theme. Branding. In 1991, UEFA asked its commercial partner, television event and media marketing team to help brand the Champions League. This resulted in the anthem, house colors of black and white or silver and a logo, and the Star Ball. The Star Ball was created by Design Bridge, a London-based firm selected by Team after a competition. Team gives particular attention to detail in how the colors and Star Ball are depicted at matches. According to Team, irrespective of whether you are a spectator in Moscow or Milan, you will always see the same stadium dressing materials, the same opening ceremony featuring the Star Ball center circle ceremony, and hear the same UEFA Champions League anthem. Based on research it conducted, Team concluded that by 1999, the Star Ball logo had achieved a recognition rate of 94% among fans. Format. The UEFA Champions League is a competition that begins with a double round-robin group stage of 32 teams, preceded by 2 qualification streams for teams not receiving direct entry. The number of teams each association enters is based on the UEFA coefficients of the member associations, generated by the results of clubs representing each association during the previous 5 Champions League, UEFA Cup/Europa League, and UEFA Europa Conference League seasons. 4 of the remaining 6 qualifying places are granted to the winners of a 6-round qualifying tournament between the remaining 43 or 44 national champions, while the other 2 are granted to the winners of a 3-round qualifying tournament between 10 and 11 clubs from the associations ranked 5 to 6 through 15, which have qualified based upon finishing 2nd or 3rd in their respective national league. Between 1999 and 2008, no differentiation was made between champions and non-champions in qualification. However, in 2005, Liverpool won the Champions League but did not finish in a Champions League qualification place in the Premier League that season. UEFA later ruled that the defending champions qualify for the competition the following year regardless of their domestic league placing. In 2013, the limit of a maximum of 4 teams per association was increased to 5. Meaning that a 4th-place team from one of the top 3 ranked associations would only have to be moved to the Europa League if both the Champions League and Europa League winners came from that association and both finished outside the top 4 of their domestic league. The UEFA Champions League tournament begins with a group stage of 32 teams divided into 8 groups of 4. The draw for each group is based on teams' performance in UEFA competitions, with no group containing more than 1 club from each nation. Each team plays 6 games in a round-robin format, with the winning team and runners-up progressing to the next round. The 3rd-place team enters the UEFA Europa League. The knockout phase begins in February, with matches usually played on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. The final is typically held in the last 2 weeks of May or early June. The tournament was temporarily amended in the 2019-20 season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The distribution of the tournament is based on the Champions League or Europa League title holders' domestic leagues. If both teams come from the same top 4 association and finish outside of the top 4, the 4th-place team will compete in the Europa League. Prizes. The European Champion Clubs Cup, awarded annually to the winning team, has been awarded since 1967. Since 1968, any team that won the Champions League 3 years in a row or 5 times overall was awarded the official trophy permanently. 5 clubs own a version of the trophy: Real Madrid, Ajax, Bayern Munich, Milan, and Liverpool. Since 2008, the official trophy has remained with UEFA and clubs are awarded a replica. The trophy is 74 centimeters tall and made of silver, weighing 11 kilograms. It was designed by Jörg Stadelmann, a jeweler from Bern, Switzerland, after the original was given to Real Madrid in 1966. As of the 2012-13 season, 40 gold medals were presented to the Champions League winners and 40 silver medals to the runners-up. As of 2021-22, the fixed amount of prize money paid to participating clubs is €85,140,000, not counting shares of the qualifying rounds, playoff round, or the market pool. A large part of the distributed revenue from the UEFA Champions League is linked to the market pool, which is determined by the value of the television market in each nation. Starting with the 2024-25 season, the distribution of prize money is as follows. Playoff round, €4,290,000. Base fee for league phase, €18,620,000. League phase victory, €2,100,000. Draw, €700,000. League phase ranked 9 through 16, €1 million. Knockout round playoffs, €1 million. Round of 16, €11 million. Quarterfinals, €12,500,000. Semifinals, €15 million. Runners-up, €18,500,000. Champions, €25 million. Sponsorship. The UEFA Champions League, like the FIFA World Cup, is sponsored by multinational corporations, unlike national top-flight leagues. The league was created in 1992, allowing a maximum of 8 companies to sponsor the event, with each corporation allocated 4 advertising boards, logo placement at pre- and post-match interviews, and a certain number of tickets to each match. This ensures tournament sponsors receive maximum exposure. LED advertising hoardings were used from the 2012-13 knockout phase, and since the 2015-16 season, they have been used from the playoff round until the final. Since 2021, virtual board replacement, VBR technology has been used to offer region-based advertising. Individual clubs can wear jerseys with advertising, but only 2 sponsorships are permitted per jersey, with exceptions for non-profit organizations. Clubs must remove their logo from their jerseys if the relevant sponsorship category is restricted, such as France's alcohol advertising restriction. For example, Rangers wore the Holiday Chain Center Parks logo instead of their primary sponsor, McEwen's Lager, in the 1996-97 Champions League match against French side Auxerre. Media coverage. The competition attracts an extensive television audience, not just in Europe, but throughout the world. The final of the tournament has been, in recent years, the most watched annual sporting event in the world. The final of the 2012-13 tournament had the competition's highest TV ratings to date, drawing approximately 360 million television viewers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel.